So Trump, again, is not making friends in the military. He has decided to ban transvestites from serving in the military, which is the left is up in arms about it. It's like, oh, how could you do that to our servicemen? How could you do that to people? Because transvestites are people too. Blah 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 blah. And it's just like, and then our prime minister decided to jump in on it. It's like diversity is our strength and all are welcome. And it's just like,
let's pander a little bit more to the. What do they call those people? The justice warriors, social justice warriors. Oh my god!
Yeah, it's
that made me sick. So Trump, the reason he put out a couple weeks back, a couple tweets, like 4 tweets, that said that he's consulted with the generals and highest-ranking officials in the military, and they've decided to no longer allow transgender individuals to enter the military for medical cost reasons. That's what they said. Mm-hmm. That was the reasoning behind it. Now, and after that was put out, there was facts coming out that more money is spent on erectile medicine than on transgender medicine. I don't even know what transgender medicine would be. I guess hormones, maybe, or
hormones.
Like that.
Plastic surgery.
Do they do surgery for military people for free?
No, I don't think so.
Because that would be pretty silly. Like,
no, I think it's more the hormone replacement. Depressants, etc., etc. It's
if you're depressed, you shouldn't be in the damn military. Aren't you?
Yeah,
They're
no,
supposed to be
exactly. It's. I cannot take the social justice warrior side on this one. I cannot take Justin Trudeau's side on this one because it's like, if people want to serve in the military, fine. If they want to be, you have to achieve certain benchmarks. And if you're a girl and you want to become a guy, that's fine. Bulk up.
But then these benchmarks, this is how I look at it, and it's the same for like police, fire. You know what? I'm a bigger dude, and if my house is burning down or I'm in trouble and I can't get myself out physically, I don't care if you're man, woman, transgender, pink, purple, a panda, a predator, an alien. I don't give a crap. As long as you can pick me up and help my ass out and save me when I need it, that's what matters.
Yeah.
So there's been people who have been put in place to make rules and to put benchmarks in.
Yeah.
So that people can do their jobs properly.
Yeah.
Now, if you can reach those, who cares what you are?
Yeah, and I think that's what Trump is trying to do in the military, is saying these are the benchmarks. We don't want to lower them to let people in.
He just may have said it in a bad way, if that's what he's trying to do.
Oh, yeah. Well, Trump has
Trump has no filter. Let's just be honest here.
He doesn't have a politician's filter.
Yeah.
And, it's great because it's fun to watch and kind of just listen to. And I understand that, tweeting is probably the worst thing that's happened to the presidency in a while. But it should have been better coming from the military appointee, the PR department, going blah blah blah. We've decided
like an official
not to do
statement
this.
or something.
Exactly. Okay, so the benchmarks are important, right? You need those. If you adjust them to accommodate other people, you're making it the organization that you're letting these people into a worse organization than if you keep the standard high. Because honestly, you're right. If you have a firefighter, he better be able to carry my ass, because if you got some weak ass firefighter come in and try to pick me up, he's going to die too. Yeah,
exactly. Now you've lost 2 people instead of 1 because the one couldn't do the job that
exactly.
they were supposed to be able to do.
I'm not attacking women. This is a standard that men have to meet too, minimum.
Yeah, I couldn't pick him up and carry him down a flight of stairs, so I couldn't be a firefighter.
Right.
Like, that's what I think. If I wanted to be a firefighter, I should be able to have to carry X amount of weight for X amount of time.
I don't know. Look it up on YouTube. Firemen's challenges. They have competitions every now and then in the States, and people firefighters come.
They do it all over the world. Yeah,
and watch them do these things and go, do you really want a 120-pound soaking wet person in that position? No, you don't. You want this big powerhouse guy that can pick you up with his pinky without even trying. It's like, I'm sorry, this is...
Or powerhouse woman, or powerhouse transgender. It doesn't really matter.
Powerhouse person. There. Is that better? SJWs. That's what it is. In the military, it's no different. You have to rely on the person beside you, and if they cannot carry their weight, if they cannot do what they need to do, you're
puts you at a disadvantage. Yeah,
right. And when Trudeau says diversity is our strength, in the military, diversity is not strength.
Unity
power
or something. Yeah,
is
power
strength.
and unity should
unity
be strength. Yeah.
is strength. Yes. From what I understand, the Canadian military is better trained because they have more diverse training because they're trained
or trained in more diverse environments.
Okay. From what I understand, in the American military, a rifleman is just that, a rifleman. He doesn't know how to use.
Oh, they're more trained on all aspects of military.
Right. Whereas a Canadian infantryman is trained in the rifle, the mortar, the
It's because our military is so
launchers.
small. One guy has to do all of that.
Yeah, exactly. So, I get it. It's a little different. I
just think today's world, we're in every aspect of life, we're not focusing on the end product. We're focusing on what is in there. Like, you look at a TV show or a commercial, and it has to be different colors and different aspects.
One POC, one white, and one gay or transgender person in it. Every time how are you supposed to know somebody's gay or transgender in a commercial?
Every time you you open a book or turn on your Twitter or something, you're seeing, this network's in trouble for not having enough diversity. And you're like, can we just stop already and just put out good things? Like if it's military, you got to have the strongest military. If that's what it is, you got to build the strongest military. It doesn't matter who you are, what you have, and if the political leaders that you guys have voted in decide that they don't want to allow transgenders, deal with
vote them out.
Vote them out next time.
You only have to deal with them for, in Trump's
2.5 years now. 3 years?
3.5 years.
Oh, the 3 whatever.
So you vote him out, and you make it a point in the next election that this is something.
This is the sword you want to die on.
You have to deal with who you vote with, or vote for, or vote against for X amount of years. Yeah. It's just the way the system works.
They're coming to get us. They're coming to get us because we're talking about them.
Yeah.
The social justice warriors are on us. No, they're not. They're just... Okay, never mind. We're good. We're good. I just, man, it's just annoying. It's just so...
It's okay. It's like Bible thumping. It doesn't happen nearly as much, but I know that when I was younger, I used to have a lot of Bible people come up to me and talk to me. It's like, have you heard the good word? Blah, blah, blah. And it's just like... Those are Mormons. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, the ones that come up to your door, blah, blah, blah. Those people, do you like those people? If you say yes, then move along. But most of you are going to say no, you don't. You find them annoying. Why do you find them annoying? Because they come to you and browbeat you every time. Well, this is what social justice warriors have become. Uh-huh. They're browbeating us about anything and everything. And
even if the logic behind it is nothing.
And here's the thing. At some point in time, there's going to be a pushback. And depending on how the SJWs respond, there's going to be a blowback from that. Because the way social justice warriors respond nowadays is they call you a racist, they call you a homophobe, they call you transgender phobic or whatever the word is. And, they're trying to shut down the conversation. And you know what? A lot of people don't put up for that for a long time. Once you piss off the quiet one, they tend to make your life hell from then on. Well, the majority is quiet. If you want diversity in TV, media, anything, let it come. If you want,
let it grow organically. Let it
grow organically. And here's a hint. Here's some career advice. If you want more diversity in a field, go to school for that field. Don't go to school for gender studies.
Create the diversity. Be the diversity.
Yeah. If you want more black writers in the comedy,
go write good comedies. This is
make sure black people get to school.
Yeah.
And then make sure they become writers. these people are going, oh, we got to do this. It's like, well, you know what? If you stop being a social justice warrior and actually start doing some of the things you say you want done, things are going to happen.
But they don't want to. That's the thing. They don't want to do anything. They just want to be pandered to. They want their desires and their needs to be pandered to. You know, like, I'm not against what their stand is. I'm not against them, what they stand for. I'm like, okay, you can stand for whatever you want, but don't force your views on me. If I don't agree with you, that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
If I sit here and take a stand and go, do I agree with what Trump is doing? Kind of, I guess. I'm kind of like a little bit of because we've said it. I look at it this way. I don't care what you are as long as you can meet the benchmarks.
Yeah.
I don't give a crap what you got between your legs as long as you can meet the benchmarks.
And from what I've learned through this journey, through this whole gender stuff, is that if you're confused about who you are, the military isn't where you're going to find that out, because
it's gonna hurt you. It's gonna be bad for you if you're like a transgender person. Do you want to be in a military environment? Like, I don't want to be in the military because, number one, I don't really support what the military does. But that's a whole different ball of wax.
I have glasses. Other than that, I have a actually really thick prescription. Other than that, I would have actually tried to join the Air Force.
Well, that might have been cool, flying planes and stuff like that. That would have been cool.
I probably would have been a technician. I wouldn't be flying a plane. I'd love to.
That'd be fun. That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
flying
actually,
airplanes.
yeah.
That'd be sweet. I love airplanes. What the hell was I going to say? See, I don't even know what the hell I was going to say. Yeah.
My apologies.
No, it's fine. Because that's how stupid this conversation is. That's how ridiculous this whole battle is. And it's just like, we were talking off camera one time about social media and how back in the day we were like, oh, this is cool. Everybody's going to be able to have a voice. I remember you saying that to me. Oh, this is good. Everybody's going to be able to have a voice. And now we're both going, wow, we didn't realize how stupid some of these voices are. Please, can we go back to where we didn't have to hear their opinions? I don't care. Like, you could disagree with my opinions.
In social media, you don't have to work hard to be heard.
Yeah.
Back when there was no social media, you actually had to work.
Calling into the radio station to
be stupid.
Yeah, calling into the radio station was hard to get your opinion on the talk shows when they talked about political. Now it's everywhere. Now it's just, here's my stupid comment. You're like, and that's for everybody, even the people who sit there and bash people who make stupid comments. Well, just keep scrolling. Just move along. Don't.
In stupid people's defense, we are stupid people ourselves. Yep. We do stupid things. Yep. We say stupid things. Look at some of our previous videos. Yeah. There's plenty of examples of what you might think is stupid. Everybody has it, but everybody has a voice, and everybody can say things. Mm-hmm. So it is one of those things of, wow, this is a Pandora's box I wish we hadn't opened.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. We're going to destroy ourselves. We're going to end up in, it's ridiculous. Mm-hmm. And I think the thing about this whole transgender thing for the military that pisses me off the most, I'm Canadian. I'm proud to be Canadian. I'm happy to be Canadian. But when I saw that our military pandered that badly, I went, yeah, I am now embarrassed to be a Canadian at this moment. That's the most embarrassed I've ever been, because why are you doing that? What are you doing? What does that prove? That proves nothing. That proves that you are like the lowest of lows for clicks and clickbaits. That's the worst. That's one of the worst things about the internet today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Our Prime Minister's on the cover of Rolling Stones. Because Americans want him as their president. I'm like, oh my God. Why? Because he looks pretty.
Have him. Take him.
You know what I want? You know what I want as a leader? I want somebody who can unite all sides of the political spectrum to come together for the greater good.
Or at least have them agree long enough to move forward.
Yeah. Because right now, every political thing that you see is everybody fighting. Oh, this person's wrong. This person's wrong. Oh, you're wrong. Your side is... And it's like, oh, God.
Oh, although I will give the Trudeau government kudos for this. Yeah, kudos to the Liberal government. They actually hired Rona Ambrose, who was the former leader of the Conservative Party after Stephen Harper, to be part of the NAFTA trade agreement negotiations, which is bravo for them, because she was an amazing woman when she was in politics. She just gave it to the Liberal government every single day, and now she's going to give it to the Americans. So
hopefully that works out for us, because I know Trump's going to be hard to deal with.
Yeah.
When it comes to the negotiation of NAFTA. I don't even understand NAFTA.
Yeah. One of the reasons why we haven't talked about it is because there's way too many layers of
it's
stuff
so
that
complicated.
Goes beyond our understanding.
It goes way over my head. Way over my head. I'll never understand it. So I just understand that things are going to get more expensive, probably. Because that's what happens, it seems like. Yeah. So, well, those are our thoughts on the whole pandering.
Yeah, it's
non-pandering. What, you know what I mean? So, give us your thoughts down below, guys. Let us know what you think of this whole situation. Yeah, that's about it.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and follow us on our social media.
That's right. Clickbait, come on, pander to us. Now we're pander. I hate panders. Come on, pander to us. Pander.
It's like now we have to do the begging part. Just like, I always feel bad about doing that. Aren't we a bunch of hypocrites? We'll say it though. We are hypocrites.
Oh, absolutely, 100%. But you know what I want? If this is what this channel, to me anyways, I want you to come along. I want you to come follow us. If you hate us, I want to have a good conversation with you. I'm not going to call you names unless you call me names first. If you go down that alley, then we're going to go down that alley. You know what I mean? If you want to have a debate about your side against my side, fine, we can have a debate.
And it'll be
no problems. It'll be interesting. We'll have a good time. We'll read your comments live, not live, but on our channel, and we'll have a good conversation. That's all we want to do.
Okay.
Later.
See ya.